Welcome to Sleepy Story, where history's whispers guide you to calm as night falls. Let our tales transport you to ancient times, where lives of healers, farmers, and dreamers unfold. Each story is a gentle journey, woven with culture and resilience, crafted to soothe your mind and spark curiosity about the past. Tonight, we invite you to rest and let history lull you to peace. At Sleepy Story, the past is a tapestry of lessons, a gift to help you unwind. From Rome's bustling streets to distant fields, our stories bring history to life, blending education with tranquility. As you listen, imagine walking with those who shaped the world, their voices echoing through time. Let the day's cares fade as you sink into our narrative, a reminder of connections across centuries. Thank you for joining us on Sleepy Story, where every tale is an invitation to dream and learn. Now, begin tonight's journey, a tale of lives long ago, ready to unfold in the quiet of the night. Imagine a city where the heart of Rome pulses with the care of its people, a place where healers mend body and spirit. Gaius, a 35-year-old healer, lives in a modest home near the Forum in Rome. 250 BCE, the Romans rely on their healers to soothe ailments, using herbs and wisdom to sustain the republic. Each morning, Gaius rises to the sounds of footsteps and market chatter, his hands ready to grind herbs. He dreams of easing his neighbors' pains, strengthening Rome's community. The Romans believe their healers are vital, their remedies a gift from the gods. Gaius walks through his neighborhood, checking his garden for mint and fennel. His steps are steady, his heart tied to the people he serves. His wife, Claudia, prepares poultices, her hands skilled from years of practice. His mentor, an elder healer named Quintus, shares tales of Rome's past, filling Gaius's heart with pride. The Romans' medicine is a cycle, and Gaius feels its rhythm, knowing his work supports the city. Gaius's favorite moments are the mornings when he visits patients, offering remedies for fevers and aches. The Romans seek his care, trusting his herbs to heal. Gaius mixes a salve, learning the balance needed for each cure. Quintus explains that healing is more than medicine. It is a way to serve Rome, to strengthen its people. Gaius feels a spark of purpose, knowing his care binds the community. He visits a neighbor, soothing a child's cough with honey and herbs. The neighborhood is a place of learning, where Gaius discovers the stories behind his remedies. A trader tells him of herbs from distant lands, while a farmer speaks of the plants that grow near the Tiber. Gaius learns that Rome's medicine is a tapestry of many hands, each healer contributing to its strength. Quintus teaches him to blend herbs, to measure doses, and to respect the body's needs. The Romans believe every remedy strengthens the city, ensuring its health. Gaius takes these lessons to heart, understanding his role in Rome's well-being. Quintus speaks of a festival tomorrow, dedicated to Salus, the goddess of health. The Romans will gather to give thanks for their vitality, offering herbs and prayers. Gaius has joined such festivals before, but this one feels special, tied to his work. Quintus explains that the festival unites the community, ensuring the gods' favor. Gaius imagines the chants he will hear, the offerings he will make, and the faces of his neighbors gathered together. He feels anticipation, knowing this moment will deepen his bond with Rome. The Romans' connection to their health is profound, rooted in centuries of remedies and reverence. They mark their days by the rituals they perform, offering herbs in spring and prayers in autumn. They use every plant with care, honoring the gods who grant healing. Gaius helps Claudia dry mint, learning its soothing properties. He carries water from a nearby well, feeling the weight of his duty. The Romans teach their healers to respect the body, to see it as a reflection of the Republic's strength. Gaius's dreams are filled with his garden night's green leaves, its healing scents, its promise of care. He envisions a Rome free of ailment, its people strong under the gods' protection. Tomorrow's festival feels like a step toward that dream, a chance to pray with his people. As he prepares, he helps Quintus sort herbs, learning the importance of each remedy. Claudia checks their supplies, ensuring they are ready for the festival. The family works together, their actions a quiet prayer to the gods and the city. The Romans' traditions are a living thread, connecting the past to the present. Gaius learns the names of the herbs. He uses mint for digestion, fennel for fever, willow for pain. He learns the prayers that accompany his work, each one an offering to Salus. The Romans believe every effort, from mixing a salve to chanting a prayer, honors the Republic. Gaius feels a deep connection to his people and their health, knowing the festival will be a moment of renewal. As the night deepens, he rests, his dreams filled with the promise of tomorrow, ready to join his community in worship. Inside their home, Gaius sits with Claudia, grinding herbs for remedies. His fingers move carefully, crushing mint into a fine powder. Claudia sorts fennel seeds, her hands steady as she prepares them for poultices. Quintus visits, sharing tales of healers who eased Rome's ailments in its early days. Gaius dreams of mastering his craft, ensuring his neighbor's health and Rome's strength. Every morning, Gaius visits patients, carrying a basket of remedies. He learns to diagnose fevers, to soothe wounds, and to calm pains with herbs. The Romans rely on their healers to keep the city strong, a duty that binds them to the gods. Quintus teaches him the value of each herb, explaining how mint cools the body and willow eases aches. Gaius's role is vital, a thread in the fabric of Rome's health. He feels proud, knowing his work supports the Republic. The Romans live with purpose, their lives shaped by a deep respect for their gods and community. Gaius learns this through his tasks mixing salves, binding wounds, and helping Claudia prepare poultices. Quintus shares stories of healers who faced plagues, yet persevered through knowledge and faith. These stories are lessons about resilience, care, and devotion to Rome. Gaius feels a sense of responsibility, knowing his work supports not only his patients, but the Republic's future. Tonight, Quintus speaks of the festival of Salus, a time to honor the goddess of health and seek her blessing for the city. The family will bring herbs to offer at the temple, a gesture of gratitude for healing. He has joined such rituals before, but each one strengthens his connection to his people. Quintus explains that the festival renews the Romans' bond with Salus and each other, ensuring their vitality. Gaius lies in bed, his mind filled with his remedies and the festival's promise. He thinks of the herbs he prepares, each one a link to Rome's health. He thinks of his patients, the herbs, and the prayers that bind his community together. The Romans' way of life is a cycle, like the seasons, and Gaius feels woven into it. He closes his eyes, ready for the festival, where he will share in his people's traditions, his heart steady with purpose. The family prepares for the festival with care. Claudia packs a basket with herbs to offer at the temple, explaining their healing properties. Gaius helps, learning the importance of gratitude in every task. Quintus teaches him to assess a patient's needs, to listen to their breath and pulse. The Romans' knowledge of medicine is vast, built over centuries of healing. Gaius feels a growing sense of duty, knowing he will carry this knowledge forward. He practices a prayer Quintus taught him, a request for the gods to bless their work. The home is a place of learning, where every task carries meaning. Gaius watches Claudia mix a salve, learning its use for wounds. Gaius feels a deep connection to his family, knowing their work is part of a larger whole, a way of life that honors the past and builds the future. As he rests, he dreams of the festival, ready to embrace the rituals and prayers that await him. After the festival, Gaius returns to his work, but today, Quintus takes him to visit a sick family in a neighboring street. The Romans call their healers the guardians of their community, their remedies a lifeline for the city. Gaius carries his basket of herbs, his hands steady as he prepares a salve for a fever. The neighborhood is alive with activity, with children playing and traders calling out. Gaius feels a sense of purpose, knowing his work binds Rome's people together. Quintus teaches him to listen to a patient's breath, to feel their pulse, and to choose the right remedy. The Romans rely on their healers to restore health, and every cure strengthens this bond. Gaius learns that his work is more than medicine. It is a way to serve the gods who protect Rome. Quintus explains that healing is a sacred duty, honoring Salus and the Republic's strength. Gaius listens, feeling a spark of wonder at the connection between his remedies and Rome's future. Gaius assists a neighbor, a weaver named Lucia, who suffers from a persistent cough. He prepares a tea of fennel and honey, learning to adjust its strength. Lucia speaks of her trade, her words teaching Gaius the value of every Roman's work. Gaius feels a sense of pride, realizing his healing is part of a larger network that sustains the Republic. Quintus teaches him to respect his patients, valuing their stories and their lives. The Romans believe every act of care strengthens their city, building bonds across neighborhoods. The family returns home, where Gaius helps Claudia store herbs. Quintus joins them, bringing stories of past healers. Gaius watches as Claudia prepares a poultice, her movements precise. Quintus tells of a time when a plague swept through Rome, but healers shared remedies to save lives, showing their resilience. Gaius listens, his heart filled with admiration for his predecessor's strength. The Romans' way of life is a cycle, like the seasons, and Gaius feels woven into it. Claudia teaches Gaius to offer herbs at a small altar, a gesture of gratitude for Salus's guidance. He learns that each offering is a connection to the past, a reminder of Rome's history. The Romans honor their gods with prayers, ensuring their city's health. Gaius helps Claudia prepare an offering, learning a prayer for healing. The prayer is a promise to care for the community, ensuring its vitality. Gaius feels proud to be part of this tradition, knowing his work sustains his people. The day ends with the family sharing a meal of bread and olives. Gaius thinks of his patients, their recovery, and the herbs that heal them. The Romans' way of life is a cycle, like a healing balm, and Gaius feels woven into it. He imagines the festival of Salus, the chants, and the unity of his people, knowing his work continues those traditions. As he rests, his heart is full, ready to learn more about the remedies that protect Rome. In the evening, Gaius sits by his garden, the scent of mint filling the air. He thinks about the stories and traditions of his people who have built Rome's strength through centuries of care. Imagine standing with Gaius, feeling the calm of his garden. You can explore this world further, visit a museum of Roman history, read a book about their medicine, or study the healers who guarded their city. Each step you take brings you closer to their story, a story that continues to inspire. Gaius reflects on the festival of Salus, his patience, and the teachings of Quintus and Claudia. Gaius feels pride, knowing he will carry these traditions forward. He imagines teaching others one day, sharing the skills and stories that have shaped his life. The Romans' way of life is a cycle, like the seasons, and Gaius feels part of it. Gaius thinks of the chants he heard at the festival, the voices of his people rising together. He recalls the priests' prayers, the offerings to Salus, and the stories of Rome's past. These moments are sacred, a reminder of the Roman strength and resilience. Gaius knows his people have faced challenges, plagues, injuries, but they have always thrived. He feels grateful for the knowledge passed down to him, the lessons that teach him to heal in harmony with the divine. Gaius returns to his work, ready to learn more, knowing his people's traditions will endure, carried by the chants and stories of his community. Gaius stands in his garden near the forum, the morning air filled with the scent of mint and fennel. The Romans rely on their healers to mend their ailments, but today brings a challenge. A fever has spread through the neighborhood, affecting several families. Gaius visits a home, his basket of herbs in hand, assessing a patient's flushed face. The Romans believe every illness is a test of their resilience, a chance to honor Salus. Gaius feels a spark of determination, eager to ease the fever and restore his community's health. Quintus, his mentor, explains that the fever requires careful remedies, blending willow bark for pain and mint to cool the body. Gaius helps his hand steady as he grinds herbs into a tea, learning to balance their strengths. The Romans' medicine is a balance of knowledge and care, and Gaius feels the weight of his role. Quintus teaches him to monitor a patient's pulse, a skill that will guide his treatments through this outbreak. The healers share stories of past illnesses, of plagues that tested Rome, yet their remedies prevailed. A neighbor, a baker named Marcus, tells Gaius of a time when a cough swept the city, but healers shared herbs to save lives. The Romans' strength lies in their unity, a lesson Gaius takes to heart. He helps Marcus prepare a poultice, learning to trust his instincts and work as part of a team. Healing is more than a craft. It is a bond that holds Rome together. Claudia joins Gaius, bringing dried herbs to distribute among the sick. She speaks with a mother, learning how the fever affects her children. Gaius listens, realizing that every task, from mixing teas to comforting families, is a thread in Rome's tapestry. The Romans believe their community thrives through mutual care. Claudia shares a prayer with the neighbors, a request for Salus to bless their recovery. Gaius joins in, his voice blending with theirs, feeling the unity of their shared purpose. Quintus tells Gaius of a time when a drought weakened Rome's people, making them vulnerable to illness. The healers came together, sharing remedies and offering prayers to Salus for relief. Their resilience saved the city, proving that challenges are met with collective strength. Gaius listens, his heart filled with admiration for his predecessors' endurance. He imagines himself standing with those healers, facing their trials and restoring health. The Romans' way of life is a cycle of care and renewal, and Gaius feels woven into it. The day ends with Gaius visiting the last patient, their fever easing with his tea. He helps Claudia distribute more herbs, feeling a sense of accomplishment. Marcus shares a meal of bread and olives with the healers, their quiet talk, a reminder of their bond. Gaius thinks of the fever, now subsiding, and the lessons he has learned. The Romans' medicine is a testament to their determination, a legacy that will endure. He rests, his heart steady, ready to continue his work, knowing each challenge strengthens Rome. The fever begins to fade, and Gaius prepares to help his neighborhood recover, a time when the Romans rebuild their strength. The air is warm, the streets filled with the sounds of returning life. Gaius visits patients, guiding them with tonics of fennel and honey to restore energy. The Romans believe recovery is a sacred moment, a gift from Salus to their republic. Gaius feels a spark of anticipation, knowing this healing will honor his community's resilience. Claudia directs the neighbors, her voice calm but firm, ensuring everyone receives care. Gaius helps mix tonics, learning to adjust their strength for each patient. The Romans' medicine is a marvel, turning herbs into remedies that renew the body. Quintus explains that recovery is more than healing. It is a celebration of Rome's unity and faith. Gaius feels proud, knowing his work restores the city's vitality. He watches as neighbors share food, their faces reflecting hope and gratitude. The recovery continues, and the neighbors sing songs of thanks to Salus, their voices rising over the streets. Gaius joins in, his heart lifted by the melody. The Romans believe that music binds their community, strengthening their connection to the gods. He helps distribute tonics, ensuring they reach every home. The neighbors share stories of past recoveries, of times when their strength returned through collective care. Gaius listens, feeling a connection to his people's history. Quintus arrives, bringing herbs to offer at a small altar in the neighborhood. He joins the neighbors in a prayer, thanking Salus for their recovery. Gaius repeats the words, feeling their meaning deep within him. The prayer is a promise to honor the goddess and the republic, to heal with care. The Romans' traditions are a living thread, connecting their remedies to their gods. Gaius feels a sense of unity, knowing this moment binds the healers, their families, and their city. Recovery is a symbol of their shared purpose. Claudia tells Gaius of a time when Rome's early healers faced a plague, yet shared remedies to restore health. Their success came through persistence and faith, lessons that guide the recovery today. Gaius listens, his heart filled with admiration for his ancestors' resilience. He imagines his tonics reaching every home, strengthening Rome's people as their ancestors did. The Romans' way of life is a cycle of healing and renewal, and Gaius feels part of it, his work a continuation of their legacy. The day ends with the neighbors gathered in the street, sharing a meal of bread and wine. Gaius thinks of the recovery, its restored vitality, and the herbs that heal Rome. He feels grateful for the lessons of Quintus and Claudia, the support of his neighbors, and the unity of his people. The Romans' medicine is a gift, one that will endure through time. Gaius rests, his heart full, ready to continue his work, knowing the recovery's promise is a testament to Rome's strength. Years later, Gaius is a seasoned healer, his remedies near the Forum a source of pride. He now guides younger healers, teaching them the skills he learned from Quintus and Claudia. The Romans continue to thrive, their republic strengthened by the care of its healers. Gaius visits a patient, checking their recovery, his hands steady from years of practice. He shows a young healer, Lucius, how to mix a salve, passing down the traditions that have shaped his life. Gaius teaches Lucius the story of Salus, the goddess who blesses health, explaining how her festival unites the Romans. He shares the importance of offering herbs at the temple, a gesture of gratitude for healing. Lucius listens, his eyes bright with curiosity, and Gaius feels a sense of pride in passing on these lessons. He teaches a prayer for healing, a request for the gods to guide their work. The Romans' traditions are a living thing, carried forward by each generation, and Gaius feels honored to be part of this cycle. Gaius visits the Forum, where he once listened to Quintus's stories. The Romans still gather there, their voices rising in prayers and plans. Gaius shares tales of his remedies, of fevers overcome and health restored. The younger healers listen, learning the history that guides their work. Gaius sees the strength of his community in the Forum, where care is shared with wisdom, ensuring Rome's vitality. The Romans adapt to new challenges, using new herbs while holding fast to their traditions. Gaius teaches Lucius to blend herbs by the Tiber, showing him how to choose plants for remedies. He explains that the river sustains Rome's health, nourishing its gardens. Lucius helps prepare a tonic, learning the value of precision. Gaius feels a deep connection to his ancestors, knowing their wisdom lives on in his work. The Romans' legacy is not just in their stories, but in their daily actions, in the way they heal and care for each other. Gaius knows his mentoring ensures the remedies, traditions endure. Gaius thinks of the festival of Salus, the patience, and the stories of the Forum. He remembers the prayers he offered, the remedies he crafted, and the unity of his people. The Romans' culture lives on in their herbs, their rituals, and the voices of their healers. Gaius knows that Lucius will carry these traditions forward, just as he has done. He visits his garden, where he once sat with Claudia, and thinks of the stories that have shaped his life. The Romans' resilience is a source of pride, a reminder that their republic is strong enough to face any challenge. Gaius sings a prayer for his patience, his voice soft in the quiet evening, knowing that Rome's legacy will endure, carried by the healers who follow him. He feels grateful for Quintus's teachings, the lessons of care and community, and the chants that guide his people. The Romans' remedies are a testament to their strength, a gift that grows through time. Gaius rests, his heart full, knowing his work has helped preserve Rome's legacy. Gaius, now older, stands in his garden near the Forum, watching the mint leaves sway under the starlit sky. The night is quiet, the scent of herbs a gentle reminder of his life's work. Gaius holds a clay jar of salve, its weight a symbol of the care and devotion that have healed Rome. The Romans have built a republic that thrives on medicine, community, and the traditions that bind them, and Gaius feels the depth of this legacy, a thread woven through his years as a healer. Gaius reflects on the journey that shaped him, from the mornings spent mixing remedies with Claudia to the festival of Salus, where he offered herbs for the city's health. He recalls the fever that tested his neighborhood, eased through resilience, and the stories of Asclepius shared in the Forum. Each moment is a piece of Rome, a republic sustained by the hands of its healers, families, and citizens. The Romans' way of life is a cycle, like the seasons, and Gaius knows he has played his part, crafting remedies and mentoring healers like Lucius to carry the traditions forward. The herbs, with their soothing power, are a symbol of Rome's strength. Gaius remembers the challenges his people faced: fevers, plagues, and scarcity, but they always persevered, united by their shared care. He thinks of the prayers he offered to Salus, the chants he sang with his neighbors, and the bonds he forged across the city. These moments are the heart of Rome, a republic built not just on health but on the spirit of its people. Gaius feels a deep gratitude for the lessons of Quintus, Claudia, and his community, whose wisdom guided him to heal with reverence and purpose. The Romans' legacy is a river flowing through time, carrying their medicine to future generations. Gaius imagines Lucius standing in this same garden one day, teaching others to blend herbs with care. He sees Rome enduring, its people strengthened by the remedies he helped craft. The Romans' culture is a gift, enduring in their herbs, their festivals, and the devotion of their healers. Gaius knows his work has helped preserve this legacy, ensuring Rome's heart continues to thrive. Gaius returns to his patients, but a new challenge emerges. A fever spreads through the neighborhood, affecting a child, Amelia. Romans call healers, their communities pillars, their remedies vital. Gaius prepares a willow tea, his hands steady, visiting Amelia's home. The neighborhood hums, families sharing resources. Gaius feels purpose, knowing his care unites Rome's people. Quintus teaches him to monitor fevers, adjusting remedies daily. Romans rely on healers to strengthen community bonds, a duty honoring Salus. Gaius learns healing is sacred, serving the Republic's heart. Quintus shares a story of a healer who rallied neighbors during an outbreak, their unity saving lives. Gaius admires their strength, imagining himself among them, blending teas. Gaius deepens Lucius's training, taking him to visit patients with coughs and aches. Romans value passing knowledge to ensure health. Gaius shows Lucius how to blend fennel for coughs, explaining its strength. Lucius's diligence sparks Gaius's pride, knowing he carries Quintus's legacy. Gaius teaches Lucius to diagnose ailments, fevers, sprains, fatigue. Romans rely on healers to train successors, preserving Salus's gifts. Quintus joins, sharing tales of young healers who saved lives through learning. Gaius feels his role grow, mentoring for Rome's future. Lucius helps with a patient's wound, learning honey's healing power. Gaius explains listening to symptoms, a skill Quintus taught. Quintus shares a story of a healer who faced a new illness, adapting remedies through trial. Gaius admires their ingenuity, guiding Lucius to learn carefully. Romans believe every lesson strengthens their city. Gaius feels woven into this cycle. Claudia speaks of a festival honoring Ceres for herb-growing fields, planned soon. Gaius imagines its chants uniting Romans. The family prepares for the festival. Lucius helps Claudia pack grain, learning its sacred role. Gaius teaches a patient's pulse, Rome's wisdom guiding them. Gaius practices a prayer for Ceres, feeling his duty deepen. The day ends with a shared meal, Gaius thinking of Lucius's progress and the festival. He rests, ready for the prayers. Amelia's mother shares tales of spinning wool, her craft supporting Rome. Gaius feels his remedies connect to her work, part of the Republic's network. Quintus emphasizes respecting patients' stories, guiding care. Gaius helps Lucius tend Amelia, teaching patience. Claudia organizes neighbors to share food with the sick, reinforcing ties. Gaius learns from her example, his care deepening. Back home, Gaius and Claudia store herbs. Quintus shares tales of healers facing war injuries, their remedies enduring. Gaius feels connected to this legacy. Claudia teaches a prayer for Amelia's recovery, a vow to Salus. The prayer strengthens Gaius's resolve. The day ends with a shared meal, Gaius thinking of Emilia's easing fever and the community's support. He rests, ready to heal, knowing his work fortifies Rome. Gaius, Claudia, Quintus, and Lucius walk to a field near the Forum for the festival of Ceres, honoring the goddess of agriculture, vital for healers' herbs. Gaius carries grain, feeling its weight. Claudia chants, her voice soft in the dawn. Gaius feels anticipation, knowing this festival will strengthen his community's bond. At the field, Romans gather farmers, healers, priests, their faces grateful. A priest offers grain to Ceres, sprinkling water. The Romans chant, thanking Ceres for abundance and Rome's health. Gaius's heart lifts, the chants tying Ceres's gifts to the Republic. Quintus explains the festival binds Romans to Ceres and each other. The priest offers grain to the directions, praying for prosperity. Gaius offers grain, guided by Claudia's prayer. May fields grow, may Rome thrive, may our hearts unite. The words resonate, a vow to heal with gratitude. The festival fills the morning with chants. Priests share tales of Rome's harvests, divine blessings building the Republic. Gaius feels connected to his ancestors. Romans believing tales keep their culture alive. Priests recount times when drought tested Rome, yet farmers and healers shared resources. Gaius admires their resilience, imagining himself among them. The festival shows Romans' unity. Quintus says today's prayers will guide Gaius's work. The festival ends with a final chant, Gaius's voice strong. The priest blesses them, and the walk home is quiet, hearts full of prayers. Gaius, now seasoned, stands in his garden near the Forum, mint leaves glowing under starlight. The night is still. Herb scents a reminder of his life's work. Gaius holds a clay jar of salve, its weight a symbol of care that healed Rome. The Romans built a republic thriving on medicine, community, and traditions, and Gaius feels this legacy woven through his years as a healer. Gaius reflects on his journey blending remedies with Claudia, chanting at festivals for Salus, Consus, Apollo, and Ceres. He recalls fevers, grain shortages, and water scarcity overcome through resilience, and tales of Asclepius shared in the Forum. Each moment is Rome, sustained by healers, families, and citizens. The Romans' way is a cycle, like herbs growing, and Gaius has played his part, mentoring Lucius to carry traditions forward. The garden, with its healing herbs, symbolizes Rome's strength. Gaius remembers challenges, illnesses, shortages, but Romans persevered, united by care. He thinks of prayers to Salus, chants with neighbors, and bonds forged across the city. These are Rome's heart, a republic built on its people's spirit. Gaius feels gratitude for Quintus, Claudia, and his community, guiding him to heal with reverence. Rome's legacy is a river flowing through time, carrying medicine to future generations. Gaius imagines Lucius in this garden, teaching others to blend herbs. He sees Rome enduring, its people strengthened by his remedies. The Romans' culture is a gift, enduring in herbs, festivals, and healers' care. Gaius knows his work preserved this legacy, ensuring Rome's vitality. Gaius rises early in his home near the Forum, the dawn air carrying a quiet promise. It is 250 BCE, and today marks the festival of Juno, goddess of protection, whose blessings shield Rome's healers and their remedies. The Romans revere Juno for safeguarding their health, and Gaius feels a deep anticipation. Knowing this ritual will strengthen his community's bonds, he gathers chamomile from his garden, his hands steady, each leaf a testament to his craft. Claudia, his wife, sorts fennel nearby, her voice humming a soft prayer. Quintus, his mentor, joins them, sharing tales of healers who sought Juno's aid during times of peril. Gaius dreams of honoring Juno, ensuring Rome's vitality, his heart tied to his people's health. Gaius visits a patient, a blacksmith named Servius, whose arm aches from forging tools that shape Rome's fields. The Romans call healers their guardians, their remedies a lifeline for the Republic. Gaius applies a willow salve, explaining its soothing properties to ease Servius's pain. Servius shares stories of crafting plows and swords, his labor feeding and defending the city. Gaius feels pride, his healing woven into Rome's intricate tapestry of crafts. Quintus guides Lucius and Marcia, the young apprentices, teaching them to assess aches by feeling muscle tension. The Romans believe every remedy fortifies their city, and Gaius mentors his apprentices with care, his hands steady as he demonstrates the salve's application. Back home, Gaius helps Claudia prepare offerings for the festival, packing herbs and grain into woven baskets. Quintus recounts a tale of a healer who prayed to Juno during a plague, her prayers guiding remedies that saved many. Gaius admires this resilience, imagining himself offering prayers with such devotion. Claudia teaches Marcia a prayer for Juno, its words a vow to protect Rome's health. Gaius memorizes the chant, his voice blending with Lucius's as they practice, their harmony a promise to heal with reverence. The Romans' traditions are a living thread, connecting past to present, and Gaius feels his duty deepen, knowing the festival will renew his commitment. The family gathers supplies, their hands moving in rhythm with the morning's calm. Quintus explains Juno's role in shielding Rome, her blessings a foundation for healers' work. Gaius learns that festivals like this unite the Republic, ensuring divine favor for their efforts. He visits another patient, a seamstress named Livia, who suffers fatigue from long hours at her loom. Gaius offers fennel tea, its warmth easing her weariness. Livia shares tales of stitching tunics for priests, her craft supporting Rome's rituals. Gaius feels connected, his remedies part of the Republic's spiritual fabric. Lucius and Marcia assist, learning to listen to patients' stories, a skill Quintus emphasizes as vital for tailoring care. Gaius reflects on Juno's protection, her guidance a shield for his remedies through challenges like fevers and shortages. The Romans' way is a cycle of care, and Gaius feels woven into it, his garden a symbol of their endurance. Claudia organizes neighbors to share offerings for the festival, teaching the value of collective effort. Gaius joins, his heart steady, knowing the ritual will bind them closer to each other and the gods. Quintus leads a prayer at home, asking Juno to bless their journey to the temple, and Gaius feels the weight of their shared purpose, his resolve strengthened by the community's unity. Gaius, Claudia, Quintus, Lucius, and Marcia walk to a temple near the Forum for the festival of Juno, goddess of protection, vital for healers' work. Gaius carries herbs, feeling their weight. Claudia chants, her voice soft. Gaius feels anticipation, knowing this festival strengthens his community, his heart tied to Rome. At the temple, Romans gather healers, citizens, priests, their faces reverent. A priest offers herbs to Juno, sprinkling water. Romans chant, thanking Juno for protection and Rome's health. Gaius's heart lifts, the chants tying Juno's gifts to the Republic. Quintus explains the festival, binds Romans to Juno, ensuring safety. The priest offers herbs to the directions, praying for harmony. Gaius offers chamomile, guided by Claudia's prayer. May protection endure, may Rome thrive, may our hearts unite. The words resonate, a vow to heal. The festival fills the morning with chants. Priests share tales of Rome's early days, Juno's blessings building the Republic. Gaius feels connected to ancestors. Priests recount times when danger tested Rome, yet healers and prayers to Juno prevailed. Gaius admires their resilience. The festival shows Romans' unity. Quintus says prayers guide Gaius's work. The festival ends with a chant, Gaius's voice strong. The priest blesses them, and the walk home is quiet, hearts full. Back home, Gaius reflects on the festival, its chants lingering in his mind like a gentle breeze. He visits Servius again, noting his arm's improvement, and shares Juno's prayer with him, reinforcing hope. Claudia and Marcia prepare herbs for tomorrow's patients, their hands steady with purpose. Lucius asks about Juno's tales, and Quintus recounts a healer who saved a village through her blessings. Her prayers a shield against illness. Gaius feels gratitude for his mentors and apprentices, their work a testament to Rome's enduring strength. The Romans' culture is a river, flowing through time, carrying healing to future generations. Gaius rests, his heart full, ready to continue his craft, knowing Juno's protection endures. The day's lessons settle in Gaius's mind as he sits by his garden, the scent of mint calming his thoughts. He thinks of the patients he's helped Servius, Livia, and others, each life a thread in Rome's fabric. The festival of Juno has renewed his purpose, reminding him that healing is a sacred act, blessed by the gods and strengthened by community. Gaius imagines Lucius and Marcia carrying his knowledge forward, their hands blending herbs as he does now. The Romans' way is a cycle of care, and Gaius feels woven into it, his remedies a quiet gift to the Republic. Claudia joins him, her presence a steady comfort. She speaks of tomorrow's work, planning remedies for a neighbor's cough. Gaius listens, his heart tied to their shared duty. Quintus shares one final tale of a healer who faced a storm, praying to Juno for guidance, her remedies saving a family. Gaius admires this legacy, feeling connected to healers past and present. The night grows quiet, the forum's hum fading, and Gaius rests, his dreams filled with Juno's chants and the promise of healing, ready to face another day in Rome. As you rest tonight, let the healing of Rome linger in your mind. The story of Gaius and his remedies is a window into a world of care and resilience. You can honor this legacy by exploring Roman history, visit a museum to learn about their medicine, read about their healers, or share their stories with others. Each step brings you closer to the Romans' world, a world that inspires through its enduring care. Gaius thinks of the herbs he has blended, the prayers he has offered, and the republic that binds his people. Let this story carry you to a peaceful sleep, a gentle reminder of the connections that heal through time. As the story fades into the night, we hope its echoes guide you to rest. At Sleepy Story, we weave tales of ancient worlds to soothe your mind, from Rome's healers to distant traditions. Each narrative is a thread in history's tapestry, reminding us of resilience and wisdom. We invite you to carry this piece, letting it lull you to sleep. The lives you've heard tonight of healers easing pain or farmers tending fields are a window into the past's strength. Their stories live on in history's embrace. Explore this world, further visit a museum, read about ancient cultures, or subscribe to Sleepy Story for more journeys through time, crafted to educate and calm. Thank you for listening, for letting us guide you through history's tales. As you close your eyes, let these stories, like a gentle breeze, carry you forward. The past is a quiet light in the darkness. Good night from Sleepy Story, and may your dreams be filled with history's echoes, guiding you to a peaceful rest.